Soldiers are dying. Your taxes are burning. And the Trump family? They're cashing in. Let's talk about who's really winning this war, because it sure as hell isn't you. Since strikes began on February 28th, the Pentagon admitted the first 6 days alone cost American taxpayers $11.3 billion, and the meter is still running. Do the math. And here's what that money is actually buying. The US fired 168 Tomahawk missiles in just the first 100 hours of the attack. Each one costs $3.6 million. That's almost half of everything the US military ordered in the last 5 years. Gone in 4 days. According to the Center for Strategic and International Studies, the first 100 hours alone burned through $3.7 billion. That's roughly $891 million per day. Raytheon makes those missiles. Raytheon stockholders are very happy right now. You're footing the bill. Meanwhile, on the ground, the UN reported that 3.2 million people have been displaced inside Iran since February 28th. That's roughly 4% of the entire country's population. Between 600,000 and 1 million people have already fled their homes. The UN says this is the largest population movement in the region since the Syrian conflict. And back home, 7 American soldiers are already dead. Over 140 wounded. Real people. Real suffering. Real consequences. But hey, somebody's making money, right? Let's meet them. Meet Unusual Machines, a drone company that sells directly to the US military. Donald Trump Jr. sits on its advisory board and holds a financial stake in the company. This very week, while soldiers are being deployed and your taxes are being drained, that company's stock surged 49% on the stock market. But wait, it gets better. According to Forbes, Unusual Machines created its advisory board specifically to bring Trump Jr. on board, and shortly after, announced a $15.2 million US military contract. And it's not just Don Jr. Eric Trump has been investing in Stend, an Israeli drone warfare company, also active in this conflict. Bloomberg put it plainly, Trump's sons are behind a $750 million push into drone warfare. So let's be very clear about what's happening here. The president's sons are invested in companies that make weapons. The president starts a war. Those companies get military contracts. Their stocks explode. In most countries, that's called corruption. In Trump's America, it's called a great investment opportunity. Now let's talk about the son-in-law, Jared Kushner. After Trump's first term, Kushner set up a private investment firm called Affinity Partners in 2022. Almost immediately, Saudi Arabia handed him $2 billion to manage. Despite the firm being brand new, inexperienced, and charging higher fees than established Wall Street firms, Saudi Arabia didn't get any meaningful financial return. But they got something else entirely. Trump lobbied to shut down the Khashoggi murder investigation. Funny how that works. By 2024, Kushner had collected $112 million in fees from the Saudis. Just fees. Trump himself has reportedly confirmed that Kushner is one of the key architects behind the Iran strike strategy, the same man who built the Abraham Accords in 2020, normalizing relations between Israel and Gulf states like the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain, the very same United Arab Emirates and Bahrain that Iran is now targeting most aggressively. The man who built the powder keg is now lighting the match, and billing by the hour. Here's where it gets truly ugly. On prediction market site Polymarket, over $529 million in bets were placed on the Iran war. 6 anonymous crypto wallets made $1.2 million in profit by placing their bets just hours before the strikes began. Blockchain analysts confirmed that most of these accounts were opened just 24 hours before the attacks, and immediately loaded with cash. Someone knew. Someone told them. And here's the part that should make your blood boil. Donald Trump Jr. is both an investor in and an advisory board member of Polymarket itself, the same platform where millions were made betting on a war his father launched. 2 federal investigations into Polymarket, both dropped after Trump returned to the White House. A bill called the End Prediction Market Corruption Act is now being drafted in the Senate. Better late than never, I guess. And if you still think this is all just coincidence, Senator Lindsey Graham went on Fox News and said, out loud, on camera, that this war is a good investment because Iran and Venezuela together hold 31% of the world's oil reserves, and America is going to partner with them. They're not even hiding it anymore. So let's recap. $11.3 billion of your money gone in 6 days. 7 soldiers dead. 140 wounded. 3.2 million civilians displaced. Meanwhile, Trump Jr.'s drone company, up 49% this week, sitting on a $15.2 million military contract. Eric Trump's Israeli drone investment, actively used in this conflict. Kushner, $112 million in Saudi fees, now running war strategy. Mystery polymarket accounts, $1.2 million made hours before the bombs dropped. Trump Jr., investor in the very platform those bets were placed on. This isn't a conspiracy theory. These are documented facts. Reported by Bloomberg, The Daily Beast, NPR, CNBC, and the Pentagon itself. The question isn't whether someone is profiting from this war. The question is, why are you still okay with it? Wake up, America. Right now, the world is being engineered by a handful of powerful elites, and we are not invited to the table. Your future wealth, your democracy, your freedom, is being shaped without your voice. If ordinary people don't unite now, the future will be owned by billionaires and algorithms. Right now, only 15% of you watching are subscribed. That means 85% are gambling with their own awareness. This isn't entertainment. This is your financial survival kit. Subscribe, like, and share. Not for me, but because if we don't organize information today, we will pay the price tomorrow.